Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
आवाज आ रहा है? फिर से देखिए.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
फिर से चल. ओ
हरे कृष्ण.
इसको बंद कर दो.
Hare Krishna.
हाँ, आवाज ठीक है? ठीक है ना? ओके.
Hare Krishna. We're starting our drama, Malekith Beauty. This is the great Thapa dynasty. For many generations, the Thape rulers have ruled and expanded the boundaries of the Thape dynasty. Today, their powerful descendant, Raja Sikandar Singh Thape, who is as powerful as his predecessors, rules all the directions of this great empire with his invincible might. महाराज सिकंदर सिंह थापे की जय. महाराज सिकंदर सिंह थापे की जय.
So, what is the news?
The tribe's Kaushal has attacked Prince Yash Kumar. We had to send army forces to protect our prince from their attacks, Maharaj.
राजकुमार पधार रहे हैं.
Beta Yash, what is this that I'm hearing about you? You were again found with that girl? I've already warned you. Please give up this game. Don't you have shame? Do you want to destroy the legacy of our family? See, child, however beautiful a woman may be, but she's like fire. And when a fly flies into the fire, it is burnt to ashes. Don't you understand? Lust is like rash. It itches more the more you scratch. See, child, I will marry you to a very good wife. Try to control your senses. पर साम्राज्य की सेना वीर इसीलिए है क्योंकि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो तुम्हारी तरह स्त्री लंपट नहीं थे. और आज तुम जिंदा सिर्फ और सिर्फ थापड़ साम्राज्य की वीर सेना की वजह से हो.
Oh, come on, Dad. You keep all these your teachings with you. I am not a baby to be taught what is right and what is might. And by the way, I may have been defeated now, but I will take what I have to take.
खामोश, थप्पड़ लगाऊं मैं तुझे.
Prince Yash lusty activities kept on increasing, just as fire fed more and more ghee. Once while he was passing my forest, he saw a beautiful woman.
Wow! What a wonderful woman is she! Oh, beautiful lady, who are you? What is your name?
You're such a great prince, and I'm just a village girl. Don't you have any shame? What is this? What do you want from me?
Oh, I am very thirsty. Please quench my thirst with water.
Leave my hand. Prince, behave yourself. I cannot. If you want to marry me, then please come in a royal possession. You cannot accept me in this way. My dear prince, I'm not yet ready. Only after a week I can tell you what I want to do. So please come after a week to my home.
Oh, sure, sure. I will surely come after a week to your home and I will marry you in great style. And all my friends will burn in envy after seeing your beauty.
This 1 week was very difficult. This 1 week was very difficult for Prince. Day and night he stared his dreams of how he and his future wife will spend time together. Nights went sleepless. Days went in dreams. The prince didn't know what he ate and when he slept. With great anticipation, he reached the doors of his future maiden.
Knock, knock.
Who is this?
I am a thirsty man. Please quench my thirst. Where is my beauty queen? I have come here to take her hand for marriage. I cannot wait any longer to see her. Please ask her to come right in front of me.
Oh, Prince, that beautiful woman is me only.
What? You? Oh, you are so ugly. Your eyeballs are shrunken and your cheeks are pale. Hey, move aside, move aside, move aside. Oh, my dear beautiful woman, where are you?
Come along with me. I will show you. So see, Prince, I have preserved that beauty in these pots. So take a look. What happened, Prince?
What is all this? Urine and plus blood and stool. Why are you showing me all this?
Oh, this is my real beauty. You see? See, when you left me 1 week ago, I ate purgatives, laxatives, and due to eating those things, all the vomiting came out, and my beauty also came out, and therefore I preserved it for you. So take it. This is yours.
What? Why are you doing all this? All my plans have shattered. I am completely destroyed. What about my love?
Love? You never loved me. You only loved my beauty. And now when I'm giving you my beauty, you're not taking it. You are a selfish man. Who would like to marry a selfish man like you? You would only use me for your selfish desires. And never you would actually love me. Prince, you are a hero. Why do you want to be conquered by your senses? Conquer this lust, which is your greatest enemy.
What? Lust is an enemy?
Yes, Prince. In this world, with time, power, beauty, fame, name, everything is destroyed. But people who are foolish, they run after these illusions out of lust. And due to that lust, they commit sins. And due to committing sins, they suffer greatly. Those who are wise people, Prince, they worship Lord Vishnu. They chant the names of Krishna like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the aim of life. Such people are able to easily conquer their lust, and they are able to go back to Godhead at the end of life.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Now I can understand my mistake. And I greatly apologize for that. Now I can understand that this body is just a bag of urine and stool and blood and pusses. The real beauty lies with the soul. Because you have opened my eyes, now I am accepting you as my guru.
In this way, the prince Yash understood the words of the lady and he came into his senses. Beauty is not from outside, beauty is from within. And the real beauty, when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. So now we'll introduce our participants. So acting as king is our Gulshan Prabhu. He's a third year undergraduate student from Civil Engineering Department on the left side. And in the middle is the Prince Yash. He is our third year undergraduate UG student from Physics Department. And the lady, beautiful lady is our Sridhar Prabhu. He is PhD student, PMR of scholar from Mechanical Department. Thank you very much. Now we'll have a short discussion on the drama.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. saying changing earphones. Okay. Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Fine. So we can learn the lessons from this episode, or from this from this episode by the word beauty itself. The first one is B. B stands for the bubble of illusion. Whole life, a materialistic person being caught by the shackles of these material desires keep chasing, but he's chasing after these bubbles. Now, though the bubbles may look attractive, but they don't have any tangible existence. It cannot offer anything to us rather than at best a titillation. That's all. So all these chase after name, fame, facilities, romance is simply a bubble of illusion. The Shastras are talking about how to understand the effect of the bubble, or that it is a bubble. We understand by the time factor. The Lord in the form of Paramatma manifests in our day-to-day life as a time factor. And as a time factor, the Lord has a very beautiful contribution in our lives. And that contribution is to remove the illusions which we are running after. So just like if the boy is say 20 and the girl is 18, then one can say, okay, there is romance, there is bliss, there is heavenly pleasure, and so on. But the girl, the boy becomes 86 and the girl is 84. Now is there any beauty? So the boy has become three-legged. His eyes have gone into the sockets. His teeth have gone bowled out. The entire cricket team of his teeth is bowled out. The girl also the same thing. Her hair has become bald. Where is the beauty? Where is the love? See, Shankaracharya explains the state. He says, Angam Galitam, Palitam Mundam, Dashavihina Jatam Tundam, Vridhova Grihitva Dandam, Tadapi Namunchati Asha Pindam. So he says, Angam Galitam, in the old age, all the organs, they melt off. They become, like a vegetable. The hair becomes bald. All the teeth are gone. Dashavidina, Jatam Tundam, all 32 of them, the entire cricket team out, bowled out. Person becomes three-legged. But still, Tadapi Namunchati Asha Pindam. That material desire, that hankering does not go away. That material desire, that hankering does not go away. So we have to understand that life is not just meant to be playing with bubbles, because we won't get anything. Very soon the bubble is going to burst off, or as soon as we touch it, it bursts off. As soon as we touch it, it bursts off. As soon as we touch it, it bursts off. So it is as Shanabhangur as that. And therefore, there is no happiness in chasing after that. And this is what that saintly girl wanted to teach the prince. But what kind of material happiness is he hankering after? It is simply a bubble of illusion. The next point is, now E stands for enticement. So this material enticement Now this enticement after material things and materialistic this material desires or materialistic enticement, it rather leads to entanglement. A person becomes more and more bound. So the state of the prince was he was captivated not by love, that is lust. So in fact, we see love is a very rare commodity in this material world. Relationships are completely based on lust because it has material expectations into it. So how to differentiate between love and lust? One of our very great acharyas, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, explains a very beautiful definition of what is love and what is lust. Atmendriya priti vancha tare balikam Krishnendriya priti vancha dhari prema nam. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita explains Atmendriya priti vancha, the desire to satisfy one's own senses, that desire to satisfy one's own senses, that is called as kam, lust. And lust is a doorway of entanglement. Krishnendriya priti vancha dhari prema nam. So what is love? Only when one desires to satisfy Krishna's senses. That is called as love. So therefore, in any relationship, if the expectation is for one's own sense enjoyment, that is lust. That relationship is based on lust. But when in a relationship, Krishna comes in between, and one sees all the other people as part and parcel of Krishna, or the object of that relationship as part and parcel of Krishna, and then keeping Krishna in the center, with an attitude to serve and please Krishna, one relates, that activity will become love. So Krishna has to come in the center of every relationship. Then only that relationship will be pure, or then only one can get out of, or rather we can say, unless we bring Krishna in any relationship, we will not be able to go out of that self-centered obsession. That self-centered obsession is a great entanglement. So this enticement of lust actually leads to entanglement. The person gets very heavily entangled. The third point is additives. In beauty, A stands for additives. Free gifts. So lust never comes alone. It brings lot of free gifts along with it. Srimad Bhagavatam mentions that when a person is obsessed by material desires like this, and a person is obsessed by lust, immediately along with lust, what gains entrance in one's heart is greed, pride, envy, anger. Rather, Bhagavad Gita gives the formula that lust, when it is fulfilled, it becomes greed. When it is unfulfilled, it becomes anger. And in whatever state it is, it fuels pride always and envy. In this way, a person goes from illusion to greater and deeper levels of illusion, delusion, and deeper delusion. So from illusion to delusion, this is the progress of the person. So it's a very no. So the person is caught very badly. U stands for unending. This chase is an unending chase. Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that the roadway of lust is a very troublesome roadway. It is a sure short pathway to misery, and permanent misery, because lust never ends. It's an unending. It is never satisfied. It is never satisfied. The more we try to satisfy, the more it is fuel. So the Lord explains Kama krodho vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammohat. Sammohat smriti bribhama. Smriti brahmasad buddhinasho. Buddhinashat pranashyati. So kama, that lust doesn't remain there actually. It becomes more condensed. It becomes krodha, anger. It becomes an insatiable. Person wants it at any cost, by crook or by greater crook. Anyhow, person wants it. It just sabotages one's consciousness. It completely abducts one's consciousness. One is not able to think of anything else. Somehow the other one wants the object of sense gratification. Krodho. And then what happens? Krodho bhavati sammoha. As soon as krodha comes, immediately the intelligence is shut off. The intelligence is tata, sammoha, the person becomes bewildered. And that state of bewilderment, smriti vibhama, all memory, all realizations, all experiences are all washed off. A person becomes blind. He is not able to see even the simplest of the things which even a child can see. And smriti brahmasat buddhinasho. In that way, intelligence is completely destroyed. Buddhinashat pranashyati, person degrades. So this road ends in frustration, depression, in mania. But we see, statistically speaking, actually this roads goes to very dangerous trajectories like suicide. Now there are so many undergraduate love affair cases, or now we are saying, okay, I mean, we are understanding it is lust affair, it is not a love affair. So but there are so many of these love affair, lust affair cases ending in suicides or crimes. Triangular love affairs, quadrangular, pentagonal, hexagonal, whatever. So crimes. In fact, one of the deadliest crimes are these youth engaged in this love and lust affair. Those trajectories lead to such horrifying, destination. A whole life can get spoiled. Therefore, chase after these material assets, money, and romance, name, fame, is a big trap. The Lord explains in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is explaining that actually that desire, material desire, which is born of the mode of passion, it is nectar in the beginning. It looks very attractive, like that bubble was looking very attractive, so nice. But it is nectar only in the beginning. It is nectar in the beginning, but mind it, poison at the end. And actually, passion is not an the passion actually drags a person. The mode of passion drags a person to mode of ignorance as well. So why? Because mode of ignorance, that the grip is very tight, the person is even more entangled, and ignorance is poison in the beginning, middle, and end, complete. So in this way, this material desires is a very dangerous trap. This lust is a very dangerous trap. So one should not get swayed off by the hype which is created many times in the modern day media, when it shows that okay, this kind of love affair, romance is very exciting. It is actually a very dangerous trap. This chase for money, this chase for woman or man, or the chase for romance, it is a very dangerous trap. That's what we can understand. And therefore, actually, one should spend the in beauty. The Y stands for yoga. So therefore, one by the process of yoga, it is only by the process of yoga, that is connecting to God, that one can transform lust into love. So actually, lust is a perverted. It is a perverted. Basically, the lust is a perverted manifestation of that hankering for Krishna. Every living entity, the spirit soul, is hankering after Krishna. But when that hankering is not satisfied, then that hankering in a very perverted and a polluted way becomes, insatiable lust, hankering for material things and materialistic sense enjoyment, sensual enjoyment. That's what it is. So when one gets that juice of love of Krishna, which is very pure, then this lust will get washed up. And therefore, that yoga is the point. There is a very beautiful pastime, in the divine Leela of Sripad Ramanujacharya, who came about 1,000 years before from now. So one time in Sri Rangam, which is modern day Trichy, Tiruchirappalli, Sripad Ramanujacharya was, leading a great procession, elephant procession of the Lord. The whole town was celebrating in that elephant procession. The Lord Ranganath Swami was there on the top of the elephant, and all the whole city, the citizens were all beholding the beautiful darshan of the Lord. The hymns were being chanted, the kirtans were being displayed, artis were being performed, the kettle drums were being and devotees were singing, dancing. It was such a feast for the eye, and the whole town, the whole city was completely obsessed by that. And as the procession was passing, and some of the devotees saw right ahead in the middle of the main road, there was a young man, and he was standing and he was gazing, not at the Lord, not at the Lord. He was gazing at a beautiful young girl who was standing next to her. And this young man, he was holding an umbrella for her, and he was gazing. And this whole procession was coming near. That sound, that aura, that uh, even with that most powerful of transcendental vibrations and that reverberating kirtans and that presence of that big uh, procession, he was still undisturbed. His focus was so strong. He was gazing at the face of that girl. So when the devotees they saw this, they felt a bit embarrassed and ashamed. What is this shameless fellow? The shameless fellow. Everyone is worshipping the Lord and looking at the Lord. The shameless fellow is looking at this girl. Such a lusty fellow. And they felt very embarrassed and ashamed. Anyhow, they went. They told Ramanujacharya that you see, Acharya, here is this shameless fellow, and he's standing in the middle of the road, and he is not even looking. He's not even bothered about that. A whole procession of thousands of people is passing by, and he's just looking at that girl, unswerved. So Sripad Ramanujacharya, he heard. So he told his disciples. He said, "Okay, you go and bring him here. Call him." So they went, he was completely, stunned. He was in samadhi, not disturbed. So they had to shake him up. And then and then he said, "Arey, what happened?" So he behaved politely only. So they said, "Okay, Ramanujacharya is calling you. The great Acharya is calling." So he came, he followed, he came. So he came, he offered obeisances to Sripad Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya told him that, "My dear son, now what happened? The whole procession of the Lord is going on, but you are so obsessed with that lady. Why is this so? Why are you so attached to that lady?" And this young man, he said, "My dear Acharya, I have never seen eyes as beautiful as that lady, and therefore I am completely sold out to her." Oh, Sripad Ramanujacharya said, "Oh, this is the point." And Sripad Ramanujacharya told him, "If I can show you the eyes which are more beautiful than this lady, then what you will do?" He said, "Oh, then I will leave this lady." Ramanujacharya said, "Okay, you know, come in the procession. After the procession, follow me." So then he continued. So he also went participating in the procession. After procession, he followed Ramanujacharya. And Sripad Ramanujacharya, the great Acharya, was praying on behalf of this young man. And Sripad Ramanujacharya took him to that great Sri Rangam temple, where there is this beautiful, beautiful deity of Lord Ranganath Swami, behind the 7 doors, being guarded by Anantashesh himself. And there is 9 feet Lord Vishnu who is lying, like that, and you have to see it with 2 doors, uh, you know, and the inside is completely dark. So the pujari, takes a lamp, and when the pujari takes the lamp, then only you can see the features of the Lord's transcendental body. So here was a pujari, and he was taking the lamp, showing the lotus face of the Lord. And when this young man, he saw the lotus face of the Lord, and he saw the Lord's face and he saw the Lord's eyes, because of Sripad Ramanujacharya's purity and because of his prayers, that eyes captivated him so much. As Sripad Ramanujacharya had challenged, he saw and he experienced eyes more beautiful than that lady's eyes. And therefore, then and there, he surrendered to Sripad Ramanujacharya, became a great, great devotee. Obviously, so became a great devotee actually. So obviously, Sripad Ramanujacharya later instructed him to marry that girl, and both of them, husband wife, they became great devotees of the Lord. And they became very dear disciples of Sripad Ramanujacharya. In fact, he went on to become one of the favorite disciples. In the set of favorite disciples of Sripad Ramanujacharya, he was one of them. His name was Dhanudas. So Sripad Ramanujacharya, when he would go for bathing, when he would come back, he would always put his hand on Dhanudas' shoulder. He was very near and dear to him. He became such a devoted and dedicated. He and his wife, both of them, became such dedicated and devoted to the Lord. So this is the point, that lust can be transformed to love by adding the surrender to Krishna. Then one is not having that exploitative materialistic vision. An exploitative materialistic vision. So I will end with another story. Now this is a true story based. This comes in the Sri Sampradaya. So Sri Sampradaya, some of the great acharyas, they came before Sripad Ramanujacharya. Now they are called as role model acharyas. Or in Tamil they are called as the Alvars. So the Alvars, there are 12 of them. There are 12 of them. So one of the Alvars, he was a prince, just like this liquid beauty prince. And he became very attracted to a girl, beautiful girl, but saintly girl, just like this liquid beauty drama. He got attracted to that saintly girl, and he went and he proposed to her, just like the liquid beauty drama. He proposed to her that, why don't you marry me? I will actually, I will dress you in tons and tons of gold and diamonds. I will just bathe you with gold and diamonds and everything. So, so she was a saintly girl actually, just like this liquid beauty drama. Yeah, but the course of action she took was a little different. It's a true story. So, so she told him that no, if you want to marry me, you have to become a Vaishnava, a devotee of the Lord, genuine devotee of the Lord, not fake. And he said, okay, for you, I'm ready to become anything. If you want me to become a monster, I'll become a monster. If you want me to become anybody, I'll become anybody. She said, you just become a devotee of the Lord. Genuine devotee. She said, you become a Vaishnava. And he asked her, how to become Vaishnava? She said, you can only become a Vaishnava by serving the. So go and find out the Brahmanas and genuine Vaishnavas and serve them and ask them for blessings. Then you will become a Vaishnava. Then you will develop that surrender to Krishna. And once you do that, then come to me. Then I will marry you. He said, so be it. I can do anything. I can give up life. I can take up life. I can do anything to get you. I will become a Vaishnava. I'll prove it. So she said, all the best. So he went. And now he started making a list. Who are the Brahmanas? Who are the Vaishnavas? So he started, going from place to place, and he was finding the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas and the devotees. And he started inviting them for a big, and he would feed big feast to them. And he would get a big feast arranged, and he would serve personally, to all of them. And then he would ask, and they would say, okay, we're very pleased with you, and he would say, if you are pleased with me, just give me one blessing. They said, okay, what is the blessing? We will pray to Lord Vishnu for you. What is your blessing? He said, please make me a Vaishnava. And they would feel, oh, such a nice blessing he's asking for. He wants to become a devotee Vaishnava. Oh Lord, please make him a Vaishnava. So everybody would give him blessings. And in this way, he was serving, and he was serving, and he was serving, and he was serving day after day. day after day, was serving, like that. And he started developing great taste from that service. And as he was serving, he wanted to serve Vaishnavas more and more. He wanted to be with Vaishnavas more and more. When he started serving, he started hearing them also. Because if you bring a Vaishnava, what is he going to speak about? You know? If you bring a film star, he'll speak about his films. If you bring a sports star, he'll speak about his match. Is it not? If you bring a professor, he'll speak about his research. And if you bring a devotee, what will he speak about? He'll speak about Krishna. Is it not? So he started hearing about Krishna also, and he started developing a great taste. You see, his heart started getting purified, and he was, he wanted to be with Vaishnavas more and more and more, and therefore, actually, he was just serving them, hearing from them, associating with them, serving them, being with them. He started spending all his wealth. All his wealth. He was a great, very rich man. He started spending all his wealth, so much so that every single penny of his wealth he spent in service to the Vaishnavas. And then by the time the last penny got finished, by that time he had developed so much attraction and attachment to Krishna that now he had got that escape velocity, and he became a great devotee of the Lord. He didn't go back to that girl. He forgot that girl. He forgot that girl. Actually, he developed so much genuine taste for Krishna. Actually, that uh, that he just came. He just surrendered. He was completely obsessed. He wrote songs about Krishna, Lord Vishnu. He wrote books about Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. He went on to become a great acharya of Shri Sampradaya, one of the alvars of Shri Sampradaya. So that is how lust can be transformed into love. No, that is how lust can be. So therefore, one should not hanker for liquid beauty, but for eternal beauty. So in summary, this is what we discussed today as beauty, the liquid beauty. So all the liquid beauty is the material beauty is simply a bubble of illusion. That enticement leads to entanglement. Along with lust, one gets pride, envy, anger. So therefore, and lust is never satiable, never satisfied, it's an unending. So it's a very dangerous trap. It may start look very attractive. It begins with nectar, but it is poison at the end. And therefore, one should transform it by connecting to God and then lust into love. And just like Dhanurdas, just like our this Alvar, now this Alvar by service to Vaishnavas, then he develops so much attachment to Krishna. So we thank you very much. Hare Krishna.